Last night, I heard one of the worst sounds that you could imagine as a chicken keeper. A scream in the night that had me grabbing my headlamp and sprinting out to the field. And what I found, it shook me. It was around midnight. I was already restless and couldn't sleep. I had all these thoughts racing through my mind, and suddenly, I heard this awful cry coming from the farm from one of my chicken tractors. Something I'd never heard before. So I threw on my boots, grabbed my light, and ran out in the dark. When I got there, I found a raccoon staring right at me. This raccoon was pulling on one of my hens through the chicken wire, literally reaching in, chewing, and trying to drag her through the fencing. It was brutal. Her wing was halfway pulled through, chewed and bloodied. Luckily, she was a tough bird, a pretty big and hardy bird. And thankfully, the raccoon didn't get her head, but the sound she made was awful, and it's something I'll never forget. I've read that raccoons will do this because they're very clever animals. They'll reach through the wire, grab feathers, wings, heads, whatever they can, and just start eating right there. For some reason, this hen wasn't perched up high with the others up there like she usually does. She was down below, here, right by this back chicken wire, an easy target for that raccoon to reach in and grab her. This is the injured chicken right here. Injured on that side. Poor thing. Really beaten up. Now I want to use this situation that happened to me as a learning opportunity for other chicken keepers, so you can prevent this from happening in your flock. And here's something that I'll tell you right now that I'm going to be doing to this tractor is closing off this back area. This area, even though it has chicken wire, the chicken wire wasn't enough to keep the raccoons' prying claws from getting in there, and it actually put a couple holes in the wire down there and was able to, I don't know if it bit through or just chewed through, and it was able to grab that chicken's wing and pull it through. And man, did a lot of damage on that chicken. I'm really not sure if it's going to be able to recover, but if this was covered, like I have 2 other chicken tractors out here, and the other ones are safe, and I'll show you why. See, this is the back of this other chicken tractor. It's about 8 feet long, and it's covered by this tarp and chicken wire underneath it, but where they sleep at night is back here. There's a little perch in the back, and it's not easy for a raccoon to be able to get through there. And my other smaller tractor is the same way. One more really easy thing that you could do is come in at night and make sure that they're up in their perch spot like they're supposed to be. Usually these chickens do that, but for some reason last night, the one injured chicken was not up and was down. Maybe they kicked her out of that area up there where they usually sleep. But whatever the reason, make sure your chickens are up there because they'll be a lot safer from predators. Today I checked my younger flock. 11 2-months old. At least there were supposed to be 11, because I only counted 10. There's no signs of a dead bird in their coop, so I'm just hoping it escaped and is laying low. Maybe it snuck back into the chicken tunnels, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely on full alert right now. This is why I don't free range. This is why I use chicken tunnels and chicken tractors. But even then, predators are real. And if there's a weakness, the predators will find it. Even in a secure setup, there are possibly weak spots that need to be tended to. So I'm going to be closing off access to their chicken tunnel system until I can either trap or kill that raccoon. I don't know if it was just one or there's more. I only saw one. It was a very big one. And if there's predators like that running around, I don't want them to access my younger chicks. So until that situation is taken care of, I closed off the chicken tunnel to keep them safe, because there's definitely larger holes in some of that fencing that would be very easy for a raccoon to reach in and injure those chicks. I'm not entirely sure if this chicken is going to survive, but I'm pulling for it. It's still eating and acting normal, but it's hurt. Time will tell. I know it would probably be dead if I didn't act as fast as I did last night and do what I did to scare off the raccoon. This was my first time almost losing a chicken to a predator. I haven't had much pressure from predators like raccoons at all in the 5 years that I've been raising chickens, and that was not a good feeling to hear that horrible cry last night. And luckily I was awake and I heard it, because otherwise that chicken would probably be dead. And it hurts. I'm a little shaken, but you know what? It's part of this life, this homesteading lifestyle, and it comes with the responsibility of raising these animals. So here's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna modify the back of that A-frame tractor that got attacked last night and make sure it's not that easy for them when they're on the back to have something like that reach in and attack them. I'm also gonna be putting some traps out to try to trap the raccoon, and I'm probably gonna be spending a little bit more time coming out here at night to ensure that there's no weak spots in the grounds where things could get in to hurt these chickens, because now that I know that a raccoon is available and in the area, I don't want to risk losing any more chicks. So I'm gonna be a little bit more vigilant in the next few days and weeks until this raccoon is taken care of. If you're raising chickens, if they're in tractors or tunnels or just their plain coop and run, make sure that it's predator proof. Don't assume that it's predator proof. Really look and check that there's no weaknesses in your design where something could get in to harm your chickens, because that's the last thing that you're gonna want to hear or see when you wake up in the morning. If there's a weakness, those raccoons or whatever that predator is will find it and they will hurt your chickens, and I don't want that happening to mine, and I definitely, I'm sure you don't want that happening to your flock either. Homesteading is full of these moments. Some are joyful, some are hard, but all of them teach you. I'll keep you guys posted on what happens next, and if you have any tips on dealing with these or trapping them, let me know down in the comments, because I'm very interested to hear. It's my first time dealing with them, like I said, and I don't want to have anything bad happen to my chickens, so let me know. That's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching, and keep your chickens safe, and we'll see you in the next one.